So a lot of people have been asking me in comments to do a video about my last name. And the reason is because, as most of you watch my mother's channel, it's been put out there that my mother and I say it differently. So I'm here to clear that up and explain why and what the actual right version is, who's doing it right. So my last name is spelled Michaud. It's a French name. We grew up in Maine, and it has been explained to me back in junior high school by I think it was 7th or 8th grade French teacher, Mrs. Auger, that, there's not like a direct translation, but there is a way to break down what Michaud, that's how I say it, means. So Chaud in French is hot. And then Mi is sort of a prefix that when put up against the word cuts the value in half. If that makes any sense. So if Chaud, show, means hot, and you put Mi in front of it, it makes it warm. So in a way, Michaud means warm. So, or half hot, as if you really want to kind of break it down literally. So that's where the pronunciation debate comes into play. I say Michaud, so let's pretend that we're spelling this in phonetics. It's M-E-shoe, like the shoe you wear on your foot. My mother says me show, me dash, and then television show, me show. I'm here to tell you, my mom is correct, and here's why. Because of the word hot in French is chaud, C-H-A-U-D, il chaud, it's hot. So if one on its own, the word hot is pronounced show, like a television show. If you're wondering why I keep pointing that way, it's because I'm pointing to my TV right there. So if the word on its own, hot in French is show, then it should be Michaud, right? I don't know when my brain flipped it around. I mean, it's clearly through my years here in the South, but it's for so long. I remember vividly in the past, post move Nashville. So since 2005, of course, I would get the question constantly about my last name and how to pronounce it. By the way, the most common pronunciation we get, my family, is Macaud or Machoud. They just land those consonants, but the D is silent. So I used to always say, well, there's two ways to say it. It's Michaud or Michaud, and then I'd give them my shoe on my foot and the television show and everything I just explained to you. I've been saying it that way for years, even way back when I was a teenager, when I was actually had a job at a radio station back when I was 17 years old. I was saying these things. So I've said it a few times. And I don't know when I finally just mentally decided to say Michaud. So then people would ask me, how do you pronounce your name? I wouldn't give both options. I would just Michaud, point to my foot, and done. And it's been like that for years. And then my mom realized, I think it was because of this channel, my mother heard me introduce myself in the video, and she's like, wait a minute, you say the last name differently. So, on a side note, this was a very funny thing that happened. As I said, the typical pronunciation we hear people give is Machoud. So I'm actually in court. This is, over a year ago. I wasn't in trouble, but I was definitely there for certain reasons. I'll just leave it at that. And I'm sitting next to my attorney, and we're all sitting in our little benches, the rows, pews, almost like pews in a church. And they're doing roll call, and there's a lady sitting up before the judge rolls out. I don't know what her title is, but she comes out and reads the docket to see if people that need to be there are there. I'm sorry, I just realized my framing's pretty bad. Sorry, y'all. I'm using my camera for the first time because my phone is. I hate recording on my phone because then it takes forever to export the video from my phone into my Dropbox. So, anyways, so we're all sitting. Court's full of people, but it's silent because we're listening to this lady call out names, saying here. Often it's the attorneys that are representing. So all the attorneys are saying here, 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 here. So she gets to me, and I know this because I hear Derek, and then a pause, and I see the lady kind of looking down at her docket. It sounded like this. This is exactly what she did. Derek, meow. She pronounced 0 consonants except for the M. So she made the CH silent, the D silent. It was either meow or meha. Derek, meha. In front of the whole courtroom. No one laughed because they probably in the back of their mind said, what kind of last name is that? Meanwhile, I'm sitting here just, and my attorney, we're just kind of laughing because we're really the only ones at the moment in there that know how it's supposed to be pronounced. I wonder what someone in there thought when they heard that name, Miha. Did anyone go, how would you spell that? Because how would you spell that? I don't know. Throw it in the comments. How would you spell my last name if it was pronounced Miha? I guess M-E-H-A-W, like yeehaw? Miha. So, all right, so the debate. Mishu or Misho? It is Misho. But I don't know if I'm going to have to like retrain myself on how to say it the correct way or just keep saying it my way. I don't know. But, all right, y'all. You have a great day.